Hello, everyone, and my name is Noemi Banchi, and this is another activity of metaphysics. And today, as you saw the title, we are going to talk about the orders and grades. Why? Because the answer is straightforward. When we came to Earth, when we were incarnated, as we are, we didn't come just, like a rubbish thrown from somewhere. There is order, and the order is the first law of the universe. So, for this reason, today we will understand something about how things work. Well, first of all this information you will see is work by is a work by Ruben Cedeño. So there are, let's say, when I told you that we are not rubbish, we are human beings, but we are not alone because there are many other things around us. Stars, suns, yes, I said suns more than one, earth, different objects, animal, plants, and so on, so on, so on. Well, and air and fire and water and a lot of things. Well, and all these things come from the very same place, which is the great, great, great spiritual sun. And it's the beginning of everything. And this is what we call Eloha Elohe. Astronomers at the moment, they ignore all these names, but just for now. Well, then the great, great spiritual central sun is Alpha and Omega. And the great spiritual central sun is Elios and Vesta. When we go out and when we see the sun, what we are seeing is the physical sun. And this is what we call the Elios and Vesta. And beyond them, they are Alpha and Omega. Like, let's say that the sun is for our planet and 6 more. Well, for the whole galaxy, the center is Alpha and Omega. And beyond Alpha and Omega, the center is Eloha Elohe. So, and we come from there and we are going there as well. All right, so this is an image. Let me show you. The image of the great, great, great central spiritual sun. And here you can see now you can see the picture. The great, great, great central spiritual sun. Well, and this is the beginning of everything. And if you see exactly this image, all these images are the representation of the I am presence. And all these I am presence, because there are millions and millions of these I am presence, all of them came from the great, great, great central spiritual sun. So this is the source. As I said, Ruben Cedeño says, within the great central spiritual sun, beings exist in all different grades of involution and evolution. Why? Because there are two ways. We are not going to talk about planes today. We're going to talk about planes in other courses, but just to have an idea, a briefly idea of what are we talking here, of what we are talking here. Well, imagine this center, and we, as I am presence, we come from there, so we start the process of involution because we were within the, let's say, within the sun, and then we come slowly and slowly far away from the center. Okay, so this is called involution. When we get the farther point, then we have this point where the conversion point, in which we change the direction, and instead of going farther from the central spiritual sun, we start coming closer to the same point. And this is how everything works. And for this reason, there are many beings in different stages, in different grades. There are not two individuals who are at the same level. In other words, you cannot compare yourself with someone else. You cannot say, oh, but look at that person, he or she seems that they are living good or they are doing good. Don't worry about them, just focus on you. All this teaching, all this spiritual teaching or metaphysics teaching is about you, not others. Okay, well, continue. Let's continue. So, there are the seventh, as we see here, the creator hierarchies. Yes. Creator hierarchies means that they are beings that they can create. Do you remember how God is called? Do you remember how God is called? One of the different names that he has. Yes, the Creator. And here we are seeing that there is not only one Creator, but there are seven Creator hierarchies. Let's see them in more detail. Well, the first one, incorporeal beings. The second one's the I am presence or monad. The third one's the three Mahadevas. The fourth one, the Ani Buddhas. Fifth one, Elohim. The sixth one, archangels. And the seventh one, elemental directors. All right. So the first one, incorporeal beings. They are shapeless and are in the unmanifested or adic plane. It's hard to understand because, of course, brains can only think of shape, of form, nothing else. And when someone says, okay, this is shapeless, it's like, oh, what? How could be? How could be? Well, this is how they are. We can say nothing more than that. All right. Let's continue. They are the first one. In other words, we can say that everything that exists comes from, let's say, this nothing, from this space or this plane, unmanifested plane. Oh, I missed the second one. Okay, the I am presences or monads are the inner selves, the pure and perfect spirits. You are composed of three parts: spirit, soul, and body. You are also you as yourself. You are also spirit and matter, two different poles, let's say, from the same energy. And when we are talking about spirit, your spirit, it's called I am. For this reason, every time you talk about yourself, you say I am this, I am that, blah blah blah. Okay, first of all, be aware that when you use these words, I am, you as a creator hierarchy, you are creating. So you can say, I am peaceful, I am quiet, I am healthy, I am intelligent, I am lovely, I am beautiful, I am free. We can say, I am protected. Different things. Every time you use the I am, you are creating. Now, do you use these words all the time? Big question. Because if you say something negative, and just for the sake of giving an example, let's say, I don't have money, I'm ruined. Every time you say these words, you are creating. You are creating your ruin. You are creating your poor health. If you say I am sick, or I don't feel well, and of course, with common sense, we are not talking that you are in front of your doctor or your GP or any health professional, and you say, "Oh, I am okay," and then you are dying. No, of course not. But in a daily activity, during your daily activities, and you say, "Hey, how are you going?" Not too bad. When you say not too bad, you're using this word, this power. So you must say, I'm okay, or I am good, I am fine, I'm wonderful, I am great. Something like that. Of course, if you want to see these things, because you are the creator. And this is what we use, this power, with the quadrant of causation. If you are aware that you use the power of your mind, your feelings, your decrees, and your actions, you will create constructive things for yourself and someone else. Because remember, every time we don't ask. In metaphysics, we don't ask. We just decree. And every time you decree something, let's say, I am healthy, I am prosperous, I am intelligent, and everyone else. Or I have money, and everyone else. Thank you, Father. All right, let's continue. All right, another creator hierarchy is the three Mahadevas. The three Mahadevas are the three primordial activities of the creation. Remember that we said that the creation was like a sun? Okay, this is the heart of the sun. This is the very center. And is represented by three colors or three beings. The blue is Shiva. The golden is Vishnu. And the pink is Brahma. Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma. They are the primordial, we said, activities of the creation. Everything comes from this center. Okay. If you remember, one of the things that we talked in previous activities is that let me show you with a picture. Remember these three colors, blue, golden, and pink. Why I'm saying golden and not yellow? Because we are talking about light. Remember that. Do you see this lotus representing the inner self? Okay, your inner self is here represented by this lotus with three colors, and you can see very tiny dots there. Okay, in the center, I don't know if you can see them, but you can see the lotus for sure. The blue, golden, and pink. Again, this means that we have the same virtues like goodwill, blue, intelligence of the golden ray, and love from the pink ray. They are within us. So when we talk about Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, you don't think that they are beings in somewhere in the universe. No, they are also within you. Okay, another creator hierarchy is Dhyani Buddhas. They are the generators of the planes of manifestation, elements, chakras, and sense organs. Okay, and this is the image of them. So at the center, with the white color, there is Vairocana. Can you repeat? Vairocana. Okay. The green one is Amoghasiddhi. Again, Amoghasiddhi. Okay. The red one is Amitabha. Amitabha. The blue one is Vajrasattva. Vajrasattva. And the yellow one is Ratnasambhava. Ratnasambhava. Okay. So you will see both. You will see the image and myself. Why? Because I want to show you just one thing. I know that today you are going to see many names, many different names, some of them in different languages, like this one, for example. But what I want to start, not introducing you, but just I want to make you familiar with them. Okay, and the most important thing is that they are not beings somewhere else. They are within you as well. So when you use your ear, when you hear something, this is the organ, the ear, is the producer of this sense is Vairocana. Vairocana. The producer of the sense of touch is Amoghasiddhi. The producer of the sense of the sight is Amitabha or Amida. The producer of the sense of the taste is Vajrasattva. And the producer of the sense of the smell is Ranasambhava. So, one more time. Easy to remember. Vairocana, Amoghasiddhi, Amitabha, Vajrasattva, Ranasambhava. You got it? Okay. One more time. Vairocana, the ear, touch, Amoghasiddhi, sight, Amitabha, taste, Vajrasattva, smell, Ranasambhava. Perfect. All right. And just to mention just the sense, but there are more things that related to them, but just let's keep simple for today. Okay, the other creator hierarchy is Elohim. Elohim is a word, is a plural word. Can be singular, can be plural. Is the same, doesn't change. It doesn't change. It's like water. It doesn't change. Okay, Elohim can be singular, can be plural. So, Elohim, they are the architects of the universe. They provide the divine qualities of the 7 rays at mental level. Okay? So one thing about the Elohim is that when the earth was created, at just the beginning, when the earth was like just an idea, let's say, the first ones were the Elohim, and they came to earth and they produced from like we said at a mental level this one of the 7 rays, and we are going to see them. And they are it is the Elohim with its complement, and we see both. Okay, well, here it is Hercules and Amazon. Hercules is the Elohim of the first blue ray. Okay. Here is Cassiopeia and Minerva. And they are the Elohim of the second golden ray. And you see the picture, mostly they have the representation of the ray. Elohim, Hercules blue of the blue ray, Elohim Cassiopeia of the golden ray. And as you see here, the Elohim of the pink ray is Orion and Angelica. Okay, well, this is the Elohim of the white ray, the fourth white ray, Claire and Astrea. The Elohim of the fifth green ray is Vista and Crystal. The Elohim of the sixth gold ruby ray are Tranquility and Pacific. And the Elohim of the seventh violet ray are Arcturus and Diana. Okay, now archangels. They are the directors of the angels. They provide the divine qualities of the seven rays at feeling level. At the feeling level. So, remember when I told you that when the earth was created, the first ones were the Elohim for each ray: blue, golden, pink, white, green, gold, ruby, and violet. Okay, so the second ones were the archangels. And again, they don't work at mental level, but at feeling level. And they are also two archangels for each ray. And we are going to see them. Okay. And here we are. Okay, so for the blue ray, the archangel of the blue ray is Michael, Archangel Michael, and Faith. Faith is the complement of my Archangel Michael. The archangel of the second golden ray is Jophiel and Constanza. The archangel of the pink ray is Chamuel and Charity. The archangel of the white ray is Gabriel and Hope. And the archangel of the green ray is Raphael and Mother Mary. And the archangel of the I'm going to wait here just a moment. Do you see Raphael here and Mother Mary? Some of them you might have heard about them because of the religion, maybe not. But the thing is that I went to a church, the Church of the Saint Mary, the Start of the Sea in Melbourne, and I went there, and of course at one side of the church, the main part, the altar, it was the statue of Mother Mary, and on the other side it was the statue of the Archangel Raphael. Her complement. Okay, so in terms of the archangel of the gold ruby ray is Uriel and his complement Grace. And the archangel of the seventh violet ray is Zadkiel and Amethyst. So remember, Elohim work at mental level. Archangels work at feeling level. Okay. Well, now, elemental directors. We have two directors for each element, for earth, water, air, and fire. So, for the directors, Virgo and Pelur, they command gnomes, the elementals of earth. Neptune and Lunara, they command the Undines, the elementals of water. Thor and Aries, they command the Sylphs, which are the elementals of air, and Helios and Vesta, who I've already mentioned, they are the directors of salamanders, the elementals of fire. And also, there are the silent waters. Okay, let me tell you something about the silent waters. They are very evolved beings, and they keep the immaculate concept of a place. It can be a city, a country, a continent, a planet, and so on, so on, so on. A galaxy, for example. So, let's see. As I said, we are going to see many names. We already saw many names, and we are going to continue. I just want to keep it simple for today, and just want to mention what the names are and what their functions are, and that's it. But in the coming activities, we are going to see them again, and we are going to see them in more detail. Okay, let's continue. So here there are the images. Let's see if you can pick up the correct names. Okay, let's start with these two ones. I think the image is easier. So he is Helios and his complement Vesta. And they are the directors of which element? Fire. Correct. So these two directors, Peller and Virgo, and they are the directors of Earth. Yes. Here, this beautiful image is the representation of Neptune and Lunara, the directors of water. And finally, Thor and Aries, the directors of air, of course. Okay. And let's see if you remember the name of the elementals. Because when you see, another thing is here, when you see, for example, Earth, and you take in your hand Earth, you don't think that, oh yes, Earth has these tiny elementals, which are gnomes. When you breathe, or when you can feel a breeze or the wind, they are the elements of air, which are known as sylphs. When you take water, here, you see, oh yeah, water, but they are tiny elements which are undines. I think it's the name undines. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. Undines, yeah, probably undines. And for fire, if you see, for example, you have a nice fireplace and you see the fire, you can see salamanders. Okay, let's continue. Elementals. They are one of the three intelligences who had the opportunity to evolve on Earth, along with the angelical hierarchy and humanity. Okay, so on Earth there are three different realms, let's say. One, at the mental level, the elementals. Elementals, everything related with form, shape, and etc. and so on. The other realm is the realm of the angels. The angels they are at feeling level. They just work with feelings. And in the middle, who think and who feel, they are the humans, of course. We can think and we can feel as well. They are tiny, so the elementals. They are tiny beings who execute the elemental director's orders. They usually reflect humans' emotional and mental states. Okay, two things here. First of all, now that you know the names, we don't command the elementals because the elementals were created, let's say fire. Fire, while they have oxygen, they want to burn and burn and burn and burn and burn everything. This is their nature. Okay, the same with water, the same with air, the same with all the elements. Well, what happened here is we, as I am presence, remember that we are at the level of the directors. So when we, for example, let's say a person is in the middle of fire, they are not going to invoke elementals. They are going to invoke the director of the elemental, fire in that case, that command the situation. Nowadays, what the humans usually do, they combine two different elements. Fire, okay, if there's fire, they fight the fire with water. If there is water, too much water, say a flood, they try to keep control with earth. But if you know the name of the directors, you can command. Remember, in metaphysics, we don't ask, we don't pray, we just decree. And a decree is an order. There is one example that I can tell you the name. It was Katiuska Cordido. Katiuska was one of the Ruben Cedeño's teachers, and she was in, I don't remember the city, Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta. And there was a hurricane, and the hurricane was coming to that city, exactly. So she went out of the house, she stood up there, and she invoked her I am presence, and she commands to this hurricane to go away. And then when she came back to the TV to watch TV, the news said, okay, now the hurricane is taking another direction and blah blah. In Mexico, there are a lot of earthquakers, and again, there are a lot of metaphysicians there. So, and they know this. So what they do is just to invoke the I am presence. Remember, always is your I am presence talking with the directors of the earth element and saying, quiet, be quiet, and the movement stopped. What I want to say is that you can try as well. And one important thing here is that nowadays, with fire, with floods, we always complain. I don't complain, but people may complain, or let's say they make someone responsible for that damage. Might be the government for whatever reason, or might be climate change or whatever. Okay, but as Ruben Cedeño says, the elementals usually reflect humans' emotional and mental states. So, if you don't want any disasters, nature disasters, you just need to start thinking positively. You look at what you are saying, at what you are thinking, at what you are feeling. This is important. And if we have only good things to say, only good things to think, and only good things to feel, and only good things to do, then the elementals behavior will be completely different. Just think about it. All right, now, Lady Iris. She is a primordial cosmic entity, or Aditya. Aditya means like the first one, the primordial, known as the personification of the seven rays. Lady Iris, let me tell you that, have you seen a rainbow? Yes? Okay. You saw or you have seen Lady Iris. Lady Iris is any rainbow. She is the personification of the seven rays. Uy, Lady Consonantia. She is a being related to the music of spheres and responsible for the interstellar harmony. She recommends wearing the color of the ray. She recommends wearing the color of the day. And we are going to remember that. So for each day of the week, there is one active ray. So on Sunday, the ray is blue. On Monday, the ray is golden or yellow. If you are going to wear something, you wear something yellow or golden if it's not, but I don't think you are going to use something golden for during the day. Probably not. So on Tuesday, you will wear something pink, and in this case, it doesn't matter if you are female or male, because nowadays fashion can be for both, different. Doesn't matter. Now it's not like before. The boys. Let me show my face. The boys have to wear something blue, and the girls have to wear something pink. No, it's not like this anymore. This is old fashioned. Now boys, I saw the other day in a park a boy wearing a pink hoodie. So it's a fashion. Okay, so on Wednesday we can wear something white. On Thursday, something happened with this color. I don't know why. No, it's different, but should be green. And today, let's see here. I got this. This dress is green. This is not. I don't know if you can see, but it's not black. This is like a navy blue, very very dark blue, but there is blue. And on Friday, so tomorrow, something orange, something red, because it's the gold ruby ray. And on Saturday, something violet. And as you see here, some images, not only about colors, blue, the golden tie, pink, white, green, something red, and the violet tie. But also look at the clothes. The outfit is also important. You are not going to wear just you know, like joggings or joggings. No. If you're going to the gym, if you're going to do some sport, if you do sport or physical activity, perfect. Okay, no problem. But if you are going shopping, if you are going to work, if you are going to do, I don't know, anything except going and do exercises, just wear something nice or something that, and also it's not, look, it's not to, also you mentally will feel different and people will notice it and they will treat you differently. Don't believe me, just right. Another thing about this being, Lady Consonancia, she mentions that when you see a musician on the street, give them money because they are contributing with the harmony of the universe. Not only the planet, the universe. Imagine that. Circulata. Circulata is the cosmic silent watcher, the sum of all life within the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so in terms of, remembers the galaxy, okay, the silent watcher is the being who keep the immaculate concept of that place. In this case, we are talking about the galaxy, the whole galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. But what I want to tell you here is that, oh yeah, well, yes, we are in the universe. I don't know if you are aware of that. You are living in the whole galaxy. It's not just your home, your neighborhood. Your neighborhood is, you are in the Milky Way. And circulata, so every time you are in a traffic jam and you are, oh no, this is the peak hour, I need to pick up the kids, I need to do something. Okay, remember this being, circulata. Circulata, in other words, is related to circulation. So what you can do is, if you are stuck because of the traffic, you can think circulata, circulata, circulation. I am the circulation of the galaxy, and the circulation cannot stop. The circulation of my veins cannot stop. And you say circulata, circulata, circulation, circulata, circulata, circulation. Immaculata. Lady Immaculata is the sum of all the planetary life, the silent water of Earth. So, Circulata is the silent water of the galaxy, the whole galaxy, the Milky Way. And the silent water of the Earth is Lady Immaculata. And she keeps the planet's immaculate concept. The immaculate concept is the perfection. What is the best for the planet? And this is an artwork by Murillo, La Inmaculada. And this artwork is in the Museum Prado, the Museum del Prado in Madrid, Spain. All right. Thank you. That's it. All right. Well, thank you very much for being here today and have a lovely day. See you next time. Bye for now.